Hey, what's up everybody? It's that guy Skimpy. I got another request for a skirt build. It's from my buddy Sean. He goes by Hook Ninjas on Instagram. Anyways, he asked me if I would do swim jigs in the Firecraw pattern. So I went through my skirts and everything and I came up with two different Firecraw patterns. Hopefully you guys like it. Alright, let's get to it.
Okay, I'm going to be doing two different skirt builds. One is going to be with rubber and silicone, and the other one's going to be just silicone. So this is the first one. We're going to do one full tab of fine black rubber. Okay, then we're going to do one full tab. This is FT31. And then we're going to do one full tab of this. This is BW4. On the second build, we're going to do, like I said, all silicone. We're going to do one full tab of LM2. And what's cool about this is it's like black on one side and red on the other. All right. Then we're going to do one full tab of MPF 46. And then this is the same as this. This is going to be one full tab of the BW4. Okay, so this is going to be the jig we're going to be using. It's a 1/4 ounce casting jig by Do It Molds. Man, these casting jigs make perfect swim jigs, man. We'll talk about the paint first. ProTech. The color is candy orange. All right, so we used a VMC 3/0 hook. The eyes are by Glass Eyes Online, and they are 4mm. I went with red. So the orange with the red. So I'm going to be doing it two different ways, because I have one that has rubber on it and silicone, and one that has just straight silicone. So two different ways. So we'll just talk about the one with the rubber first. The one with the rubber, I'm still going to put a skirt collar on it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this tool. I'm going to put it on here, and I'm going to spread it open. And that way it opens up the skirt collar. And then I'm going to slide the material through and then put it on. And that's how you get it there. And the reason I do that is because I want it in place before I use this 24 gauge wire and twist it on. The straight silicone, how I do it is I just use the band on and use this little tool here. So I'm going to go ahead and skirt them together. And like I mentioned with the rubber and the silicone, if you've seen my other videos, what I do is I lay the skirting material down, and then I put the skirting material in there, and then I roll it up. And the reason I do that is because I want the rubber to protect the silicone, because when you put the wire on there and you twist it tight, if it's touching the silicone can it can cut through the silicone, but it won't cut through the rubber. And that's another reason why I put the skirt collar on, is because I try to tie it right on the skirt collar to get that little bit more protection. So that's the reason why I use the skirt collar with the when I tie it or twist it. So here they are. Like I said, I just used a band here and I used a band here, but I'm going to be using the wire to tie it on here. But if you notice, I kind of rolled it up, and then I'm going to try to put the wire right on the band to protect the silicone. So it's time to put them on the jig.
We're going to do this first, the silicone first, because it's the fastest. All you have to do is put the band on there and you put it right on the jig, you cut it, you're done. That's one benefit to just using the silicone and not the rubber, because the rubber, you got to tie it and stuff. But I will tell you, having rubber on there, the way it dances in the water, man, I really like using rubber. But let's go with this. Let's go with the full silicone one first. So what I do with the skirt collar is I put it a little. I make one side a little bit longer, so when you you hold the band here and it folds over, it's about even. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and put the jig right on, and you just go right through the middle of the skirt collar there, and you pull it back, and you just slide the skirt collar all the way up. Okay, so now all we have to do is cut the tabs. Time to cut the tabs. You just cut it right at the very ends. And then the last thing I do is make sure all the strands are down. And then I cut even. Like that. And you kind of mess with it. And that's it. So we'll get a close up on it.
It's a nice looking jig. Kind of have the black and the red towards the bottom. But yes, sir, that's a nice looking Firecraw right there. All right, let's do the rubber one next.
Okay, so with the rubber, you're going to do the same thing, putting the jig on. We're just going to go right through the middle, push all the way up. But the difference is we're going to put it on here. All right. So you're going to take about 6-8 inches of this 24 gauge galvanized steel wire here, and then right on the skirt collar, I go ahead and wrap it around a few times. I've heard people say, why don't I glue the weed guard in later, because does it get in the way? So yes, the weed guard sometimes gets in the way, and I could glue it on later, but what I've experienced in the past, and maybe this is from my own clumsiness, but sometimes I get the glue on the material and then it just ruins it. So that's why I just live with it and I just go around it. So okay, so we wrapped it around, and now we have the two ends, and now we use these twisting pliers. They call them safety twisting pliers, and we're gonna grab the two ends, and then we're gonna lock it, and then when I pull on the lever at the end, it tightens the wire. See that? Okay, so it's about good. All right, so we're gonna cut this. We're gonna take this off. We're gonna cut it, and then we're gonna bend it down. All right, I wanted to do a close-up, show you how I do it right on the band there. And this is what I was talking about, that you need to bend down. So when you cut the wire, you don't want to cut it so short because then it might come unwrapped. So then you just cut a little bit and then you bend this down. If you don't bend it down, you can get poked by that, and I can tell you firsthand, it's not fun. So we're going to take pliers and bend that down. Okay, so now it's time to cut the skirts. So we'll do the rubber first, and there's a little bit of different, you have to cut it a little bit different than you do the silicone, and I'll show you. So with the rubber, what you want to do is you want to pull and slowly cut, and make sure you get every strand. Okay, so we do this one too. All right, so with the silicone, all you have to do is just cut off the little tabs. Okay, so we're all done. We're gonna situate it, and then we're gonna I'll give you a close-up.
All right, there it is. Nice looking jig. Kind of went with the black more on the bottom. Yeah, that looks great. I'm not sure which one I like better. Huh. Both turned out pretty good. Hopefully you like them, Sean. Hopefully this is what you were looking for. But yeah, that's straight silicone. That's silicone and rubber. Quarter-ounce swim jigs, man. You can't.
All right, guys. So there you have it. 2 Firecraw swim jigs, 1/4 ounce, man. Perfect. I keep on looking at it. I don't know which one I like better. You know, I really do love the action of the rubber, but I'm gonna tell you what, this all silicone one came out great. Hopefully you like it, Sean. Hopefully this is what you were kind of expecting. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all the subscribers, all the comments, the likes, the shares, all of the messages, man, just like Sean did. He sent me a message and asked me if I'd do a video on the Firecraws, man. I appreciate it all, man. I honestly, I truly appreciate everybody's support. All right, guys. Well, big shout out to Do It Molds, big shout out to Living Rubber, and big shout out to Glass Eyes Online. All right, guys. That guy Skimpy. Please subscribe.